Hi my scrappy friends, a big welcome to my channel again today. This is another share for Traci Reed Designs design team. There we go, I got it out. And I am working on a couple of companion pages for another layout that I did recently. I'll link it up in the top right hand corner for you. It goes with my back to school for 2020, I think. No, 2021. No, I don't remember. Whenever it was, it goes with that other page that I did. My goodness me, I can't believe that my brain's not working. It was another grid layout. But this was the week leading up to school going back. We had gone into a lockdown here in WA. As you can see by the looks on my children's faces, they are not happy. Now, I am going to be completely upfront to start with. Those first two photos on the left and the right in the middle, they were definitely posed photos, but they were the genuine reactions that I got from them the day before when I had told them that unfortunately school will not be starting tomorrow. We are going into a lockdown. There were tears. My kids were not very happy. So in light of all that, I actually decided to have a bit of fun and try to lighten the mood a little bit. My kids love going to school. They still do. So fingers crossed that stays for a while. And the chalkboard that they're holding, I have been using this chalkboard since my biggest started school as a 3-year-old going to kindy. It's a 3-year-old kindy. So it is a tradition that we have here in my house, in my family. My boys do love it. I'm sure that very soon I'm going to be getting to the stage where I get the eye roll. Until then, we're going to embrace it. And so I thought that this particular week, when it was tough and it wasn't fun, that we would have a little bit of fun with it. So each day, if you don't follow me on social media, I did write something on the chalkboard, and we had just kind of saw the brighter side of things and focused on the good. This card I thought was perfect for this page. You could see that I had trimmed everything down on that left hand side. It is a 9x12 page protector, and I trimmed everything down, mounted the photo or the card on top, and for now I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I've got to write my journaling in the top left hand corner. You will notice in my photos that I have spelt chalkboard incorrectly. Thank you, Traci, for pointing that out for me. I missed the K, but I've gone back in and I've fitted it in, and it all fits. It's good. But yeah. So this is the companion page to go on the right hand side, and it kind of wraps up the week that we had with the photos. As you can see from this photo that I'm working on at the moment, so this was a 100% genuine real photo. We got the news the night before, after they'd gone to bed, that our school was indeed going to be starting the next week. We wanted to not set them up, but to have them with the chalkboard ready so that I could film their reaction, so I could get a genuine reaction. Not knowing what I get, I knew they would be happy, but I mean, look at their faces. They were so excited. The little one, like, hand up in the air, and he was like, yes! And the big one was just like, ooh! So I think I just put my phone on to, like, take a ton of photos all in one go. And so I managed to get a couple of good ones that I could use. I have got, what I've got here is 2 stacks of Traveller's notebook sized papers that I have kind of stacked up in a messy way, the same way that I have done for the other 12x12 layout that I did of their first day. And you can see here I have made the photo so that it's a pocket and so that I can slide the new restrictions, that's what we had for new restrictions, into that pocket for us to look back on, I guess, and see see where we're at and what was going on. This is, this pandemic is something that I don't expect many of us will see again once this passes, becomes normal, or whatever it's going to do. I can't imagine that. Who knows, right? But it's definitely new. It's definitely different, and it'll be interesting, I think, especially for my kids, if they ever decide to look back on these things, to see what life was like during a global pandemic. So these are the same stencils that I used on the other page, but I've switched the colours around. So on the other page, I did the stars in yellow and what's the other? The letters in blue, and this time clearly I'm doing it the other way around. Just adding a few pops of colour to my background and just adding a little bit of interest. And I feel like I'm getting it in just the right place, and then I put my layers back on. I'm like, oh, whoops. So I'm going to go back in. The beauty of the area behind the photo and the layers is no one will ever see it, so you can make it as messy as you like. I'm going to turn this one sideways and add some more of that. I love this colour. It's so fun and bright. See, I did it again. So easy as just add a bit more. Done. These Traveller's Notebook papers took up more room, I think, than I realised when I started putting this together. So that was, not that it was a problem, but that was what was going on here. Wanted to add some stamping. I have got some black VersaFine ink here. I wanted to use something kind of, I want to say like school-like. It's that grid lined texture. But I wanted to use something different to what I did last time. So I pulled in this stamp, and you can see that when I do my stamping, you can't even see the butterflies. I just wanted it more for texture than anything else. You can see I'm just messy stamping that everywhere. I am going to, so don't have a heart attack, I'm going to ink it up. And then because I want just some of the lighter stamping, I stamp right in the middle, knowing that I'm going to cover that up and no one's going to see it. Just like that. So I'm just bringing my layers back in just to make sure that I've got enough where I want it. I'm really liking the way that's looking. I love the colours in here. And now I'm just going to add a few splatters using the same colours that I did for my stenciling. It's called stenciling. Oh my goodness. That is squeezed lemon. No, it's not. It's mustard seed. And then I think the other colour is the new one, prize ribbon. And then I've got some black India ink. I need to find some more. I'm running out. All right. So there's my K missing, but there you can see my my pocket page. I'm really happy with how that worked out. And the background of my other page. Giving you a close up of that. And then I realised that, hang on a sec, that's not right. Which way does it go? Yep, I think that's right. Yep, that's right. Okay. I wanted to add like a little tab thing up the top here. So I've got all my bits and pieces in these little containers that I got from Kmart, I think. They were $2 or $3 each. They're fantastic. They fit both the 8.5 by 11 and the A4 size papers, which is fab. I'm going to add one to the front, one to the back. I'm just going to stick them back to back. Because I have inked the edges of everything else, I've inked the edge of that. I've got these roller stamps from Typo. I'm going to stamp this one on this side. It says something that I cannot read. And then I'm going to stamp on the other one as well. This one is, I think this is WT, no, it's Met, because, you know, restrictions just are not fun. I pulled off the journaling label that I had stuck onto the back there. It was just leaving a really awkward gap, so I've restuck it. This label, so I pre-stamped all of the labels and including this one because I had done the same thing on the other side. So on the pocket page, every single one of those photos has got a date label on it. If you look really closely, you'll see in one of the pockets that I've mucked up the days or the dates. I think it's the date that I've mucked up, which threw me when I was creating the pocket page, but then I worked it out. I was like, nope, it's all good. I've got my dates correct. It's the photo that's wrong. Working out where I'm going to pop this because I know that I'm not going to use the whole thing. And I do end up with it down there, just cutting half of it off, making sure it's straight. And just pop it down there. Don't want anything falling off, so adding glue as well as tape. And this page I just ended up titling. Oh, so because it's the double, obviously the title on this side is Hooray, and then on the other side is Chalkboard Fun. I need to add a couple of lines of journaling here. I think I don't need to, but it is me, and I do like to include words. So this is one of the stickers from one of the sticker labels from the collection. As you can see that I haven't printed these as stickers this time. I have just printed everything as die cuts. And just a couple of sentences about them actually being really happy about going back to school. I've got all these florals. I really wanted to not overload the page, but I really did want to use a bunch of florals on here. And I end up getting a couple on. I do toy with the idea of putting some on my pocket page as well, but I think that I end up leaving that pretty much as it is. The journaling card, it's not a journaling card, it's just like a 3x4 quote card. It says something about making the most of situations, you know, depending on how you react is how they are, kind of thing. And I just thought that was really appropriate considering what these two pages are about. We did have fun this week. You know, the highlight one day was that my kids got to play with my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter. On another day, the highlight was that we got to speak to someone that wasn't anyone in my household. It was the ice cream lady. What else was there? Just trying to think. Just, yeah, making the best out of it. So the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. So I'm just showing you how that looks. And then this is the other page. So it is going to be on the back. But the elements are all obviously from the same collection. And it has that really nice flow. I really like the way this has come together. Super fun. And like I said, I did fix that word chalkboard. It does have a K in it now. Yeah, so that is my next share for the Traci Reed Designs design team. My goodness me. I hope you've enjoyed. If you do have any questions, please make sure you leave them below. Like I said, I'll link the other video at the top there. Thank you ever so much for stopping by and choosing to spend your creative time with me, and I shall see you in my next video. Have a fantastic scrappy day.